A very warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for taking time to join us today. Welcome to the F.I.R.E Council. My name is Martha Inyuma. I am your host of today and I'm a TSAVORITE on FIRE. So today we have an amazing lineup session for you. And I think there's so much there's so much information that we have to share today about the F.I.R.E Council. But first and foremost, I think I want to take you through the F.I.R.E Center. We are doing this from the F.I.R.E Center, and by F.I.R.E, if you've never heard of F.I.R.E, F.I.R.E is Financial Independence, Retire Early. And as a TSAVORITE, we are very passionate about F.I.R.E, and we want to enable you achieve financial independence. So welcome to our center. So as I said, this is the F.I.R.E Center. This is where the entire magic of financial independence happens. And of course, we are very sad, COVID has happened and most of the people here are working from home. But I'm very happy to introduce this space because this is our backbone. For us, the people are, what holds F.I.R.E. Yeah? And when we start from this table, we have the tribe. So the F.I.R.E tribe sits here. The F.I.R.E tribe are in charge of, ensuring all communications on financial independence get to the people out there. And we have our lovely ladies working quite hard. So we have Sophie and we have Noreen. You can smile to the camera. Yeah. And then here we usually have the F.I.R.E partners. So F.I.R.E partner takes you through the financial independence journey. All our F.I.R.E partners work outside the office, COVID manenos. And then moving forward, we have a few F.I.R.E partners actually in the office today. Yeah, karibu sana. And then when we move here, now we start moving towards the financial side. So the first finance bunch sits here. Here, smile to the camera. Yeah. And then this is the team of magic. So these are the communication plus their materials. So hapa tuko na Sam Bazoo. Yeah. And then we have the man with the camera. Sasa sijui tutakupiga picha tuweke. Yeah. And here we have Kefa and we have Kate, still in the tribe. So this is the tribe, literally. So they sit at the very back, but here we have them organizing the whole entire event. And as I said, this is the F.I.R.E Center. My name is Martha Inyuma, and I'm very glad that you've been able to join the F.I.R.E Council today. We have so much in store for you, and we just want you to feel at home. We are giving you a proper office walkthrough, or rather the F.I.R.E Center walkthrough, just to show you that we actually have people behind this big vision of financial independence. So here we have the finance team. Both desks focus on the finance team. Of course, most of the people are still not in the office, unfortunately because of COVID, but this is where the money is at. All the way to this beautiful lady. She can also smile to the camera because she's quite close. Yeah. And then we have our final gent there who is also in the finance team. Yeah, so we want to know where you're watching us from. I know, as you can see, even our office is not filled up because very many people are watching us working from home. So let us know where you're watching us from. What are your expectations of the day? Like today is such a beautiful day. I think most of the week has been very gloomy, but today we are very lucky to have the sun out. So let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know what you're expecting and if you've ever heard of F.I.R.E.
You're live? Okay. Go live.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much again. Welcome to the F.I.R.E Council. My name is Martha Inyuma. I'm your host of today, and I'm a Savorite on Fire. But I'm very glad to have my co-host here today, Big Man Bazu mwenyewe. Yeah, so today we have Sam in the hot seat of the F.I.R.E Center. And yeah, you can say a few words and what maybe you expect from this session today.
Thank you so much for introducing me. Sam here, venye amesema wananitanga Big Man Bazu.
Bedha kwangi na hiyo base.
Nini hiyo?
Base.
Uongo. Reality ndio hii, facts.
Yeah.
So glad to have you guys online, and I hope this is going to be a very engaging session, and let's create a council out of this. What is a council? Tutaongea mbele, but yeah.
So without further ado, let me introduce let me bring God down to this session with a word of prayer before we go further. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we want to thank you, we want to give you all the glory and honor for enabling us to be at this place today, oh Lord, for enabling us to carry out this F.I.R.E Council, oh my Father. How I pray for wisdom, how I pray for guidance, oh Lord, how I pray that you may, enable each and every person who will be able to join us today, benefit from one thing or another, oh Lord. And how I pray that we may all grow in this financial independence journey and grow more in you, my Father. How I pray that you may increase in us as we decrease in ourselves, oh Lord, and that you may guide us throughout this session. And after all glory and honor will be unto you. It is in the mighty name of Jesus Christ I do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Yeah, so thank you so much once again. Please share in your comments. We are live on all our social media handles at TSAVO.ke. I can see a few comments running in on Instagram. Isaac Kileri saying, Martha looking good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is the fire in me. And I believe, pia huyu Big Man Bazu, sauti tu ni ya financial independence.
Kabisa.
So we started with just a short walk through the F.I.R.E Center. This is where the magic happens. This is where the idea of financial independence is actualized. Yeah. And I think for those who are joining in now, thank you so much. You'll be able to see the entire clip once the session is over. Everything will be recorded on our YouTube channel as well as all our social media handles. Please feel free to share your comments. We'd love to know where you're watching us from. We'd love to know your expectations. I think we've never done the F.I.R.E Council before. This is just the beginning.
This is the first one.
Yes. So please do share your comments. Yes. I can see a few comments coming in. I can see Beatrice Waka saying, Bito Waka saying, Savo delivers. I can see Kilemi Isaac here again saying Big Man Bazu at Sam.
Yes. We also have a comment here from Facebook. I can see Wakesho Maingi. Karibu sana. She's watching from Nairobi.
Oh,
Her expectation is to know more about financial independence and how to achieve it. If there are any upcoming TSAVO developments after TSAVO Skywalk, what is the rental uptake? Just a minute. Like in your past projects, so she's asking about our projects and the ROI. Can also see Deno, curious watching from Narok. Karibu sana. Karibu sana.
Yes, I can see a few more comments coming in. Kevin Agai saying, you are glowing, looking forward to the discussion. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are also looking forward to, just engaging with you. So keep sharing your comments. Let us know where you're watching us from. Yes. What do you think about F.I.R.E? I can see Hannah Kyoko, happy to be here, looking good. Thank you so much, Hannah. Ivan Sokumu, guys, you look good. Looking forward to know what a council is in detail. Yes, and I think
you'll be getting that answer.
I think that's the most curious question we have.
We have also some few more people on Facebook. Stephen Karibu, you're watching from Nairobi West. Tukae mpaka mwisho,
yes.
Kagwiria Mwiti, Donna, santi sana, karibu sana. So I think we can start off with a question to you guys, So F.I.R.E ni kitu tumekuwa tukifanya for quite a while, and one big question is, when first did you hear about it? When first did you hear about F.I.R.E? We have a whole history that you're going to be telling you about, kuna workshop, kuna live streams. So when did you first hear about F.I.R.E? Because now it's evolving and it's merging into something very big, and we hope you're going to be part of it. So when first did you hear about F.I.R.E? So tuone hizo comments, and then we can start off with the history.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some, I think I would be so curious to know when you first heard of FIRE.
When I first had the fire,
Yeah.
I think for me is when I joined TSAVO.
Yeah.
Before I joined TSAVO, sikuwa na story mingi yani financial independence and all. I just wanted to get rich. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really well educated on money matters. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes,
but once I came into it, I saw we are preaching it. And I think that was the first time for me.
Yeah.
That was the first time for me.
I think it's usually very interesting because every time you're telling someone who's not interacted at all with TSAVO or financial independence in those terms,
Yes, yes.
Unajua ukisema fire ni moto. Fire. Yeah. And I think even in very many scenarios, you can imagine if your boss comes and tells you, I want you to be on fire.
On fire.
Like, you're not sure if they're to fire you up. You're not sure if they're planning to fire you. But yeah, let us know, when was the first time you heard of FIRE?
Yeah.
I can see some comments coming in on YouTube. Thomas Kairu, glad I'm here for the first time. Looking forward to the discussion. Thomas, thank you so much. Let us know, when was the first time you actually heard of FIRE or interacted with the term FIRE?
Yeah.
Yes. Keep your comments coming in.
Yes.
We're live on all our social media handles at savo.ke to enable us carry on with the council. I think with the council, it's very tricky. You have to engage.
Let's engage first.
Yeah. If you don't engage, the council holds and waits.
What about yourself? When did you hear about
FIRE,
FIRE?
I was lucky enough to have lived somewhere where TSAVO had built before I joined TSAVO. So I actually heard of FIRE, I think in 2016, 2017, thereabout. But it wasn't, I just heard of it. I just saw it on a poster. I actually saw it on a WhatsApp story. At that time, TSAVO was constructing the building in Rongai. So the first time I actually came to beats with what FIRE is and started living FIRE was in 2018. Now that's when I joined TSAVO.
Okay.
Yes. But I think that the concept of FIRE, it might feel diverse, but it's one in the same. You see, thinking of, you just knew you wanted to be rich in a way is towards financial independence, being at a point where you don't need to depend on another person. Okay. So please keep your comments coming in. Let us know when you first heard of FIRE to enable us go on.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think we can start off with the history of where internally now within TSAVO, how the message of FIRE started until to where we are at right now in this council at this very moment.
Yes.
So I think the idea to teach people about financial wellness has been a thing in TSAVO, and then definitely from our founders, it's a thing they did in their own lives, and they wanted to bring it to you people, to Kenyans, and to actualize it because they found a method that works. Why not share it with people? So the idea has always been there, and how to go about it, imekuwa too very vague. But that is in the very beginning. I think that was in 2018, 2017.
Yes. And I think I deeply appreciate the fact that one of the founders, Mcharo, is actually a lecturer. So he has the passion to teach.
Yes.
And TSAVO as a whole felt like there's a need for this information to be out there, or this great thing called financial independence to be taught to everyone in Kenya. And so from an idea, it became a reality. So we started the FIRE workshops. I don't know if anyone who is watching us today has been able to attend the workshops.
Any workshop,
It
started at the office.
Yes, it started at the office. We used to have our office in Park Place. So someone who's known us for a while know our first office. And we started it as a joke. I think just seeing, okay, can we bring people here and can people listen to what our experiences, and can we share, back and forth what TSAVO has experienced so far and what they have experienced and what kind of challenges they're going through in regards to financial independence.
And the money.
And money. And we started the sessions. I think the first time was very surprising because people thought we were actually asking for money, and this was a free session. I think when you think of someone teaching you finance, first thing is, how much does it cost for a session? Yes. And so for us, I think we tried to make it quite homely. So you would come, you get breakfast, and then we have a chat. And I think it became, impactful until, you know, when we felt there was the demand for these lessons kept increasing over time. And as I said, we used to have it in the office, and the office was in Ongata, near Ongata Rongai, a place called Park Place. So it was quite far. And the demand was higher than even, yani, it didn't balance off the location. And we decided, let's bring it closer.
Let's move it to a
more convenient location.
Yeah.
And the workshops continued until I think where we got to we started doing the after the workshops we did. We went to the videos, but during the workshops, I think that is when I also joined TSAVO.
Yes, and then just an experience, my own experience from the workshops. And you can also share if either any of you guys who's watching us has been to the workshop.
Yes.
No mkono tu. Yeah, we want to just make this a moment as well.
Naona hapa Kefa anainua. Ni sawa. Unaweza karibia kamera uinulie watu.
Akuja inua tu kamera. So the sessions were quite engaging. Yeah, yes. They were quite engaging. You'd find people were coming and then they never knew what it was going to be about.
Yes.
But whatever people left there with usually was very impactful. Yeah. Yes. And somebody could leave the place and wangekuwa najua this is where my money goes. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you know, most of the time people don't know. You get a salary at the end of the month. You pay bills by the 15th. The second day or in the 15th?
Second day.
Akunanga pesa. People don't have money. But I think the workshop helped people to actually see in reality where the money is going, and it was very engaging. I think you have seen a photo of people just putting some sticky notes on top of some placards. I think that is where the action got into place. And
and I think it was actually very encouraging, because you see, if you see someone who has almost a similar pattern with you, then you know that you are actually not alone, and everyone is trying to, you know, come out of this rat race, you know, of getting money and spending money and being on loans and getting money and spending money and, you know, getting the loan and using the loan to pay another loan. Yes.
Yeah. And then now hearing the message from people after FIRE, after the workshop itself, people are so inspired and very motivated to take action on their financial independence journeys, and people even wondering why was it free in the first place. Yes. But I think for us it's something that we believe every Kenyan should be able to know this. I think even in the whole education system, hakuna mali tunafunzangwa about money.
Economics. Yeah, you're always taught on making money. You will be told, make money. If you don't sleep, you know, if you sleep late, or if you sleep early and you wake up late, you will not make enough money. But it ends there. The story never, you know, goes further on how do we spend it.
So people are enlightened on that, and they were actually very, very happy. Yeah. So, and then I think from there we wanted to make bigger impact as well, because of course hatutaki kufikia tu wenye walikuwa nakuja, because some of you you are hearing about it right now, and you see now you can hear about it. So we are just trying to make the impact bigger of what you are trying to do. So now after the workshops is when we also try to do online videos of our founders, Mcharo and Emily. They were talking now about the individual journeys and together. So that we also did that, and I think it gained some traction. Alafu last year after Corona came around, we started the live streams.
Yes, and I think the live streams just unfortunately COVID, you know, came with a lot of heat, but it also gave us light to, you know, the online platform and how powerful the online platform could be. And you can imagine, in the period of COVID, I think very many people were going through a rough patch, especially during, you know, like during the crisis, you know, immediately after the pandemic hit, in terms of, you know, very many people lost their jobs. If you didn't have savings, now the reality really hit close home. And so we started the online videos, and I think the sessions are very attractive, because we were still trying to see how do we reach all Kenyans, and we are also considering how do we reach Kenyans in the diaspora. So what is this, you know, what is this we can do to increase the impact of this message that we're trying to push out. And I think we did the fire videos, so the live stream videos for about a year.
And then for the videos, the ones we did before the live stream, I think we felt it wasn't a two-way traffic, yeah, because tuna post too, and then people just comment. They felt that they're getting the message, and but it wasn't a two-way traffic like the workshops were, and then just moving to the comments, I think naona hapa Isaac on fire, Evans Okumu, I have always thought of financial independence. Everyone does. True. That's very true. In their own, I think everybody describes it in their own way, and that's very true. And then he goes on and adds and says, but I really thought about it deeply after a talk I had from Mr. Mcharo. Oh, Mr. Mcharo, he really knows how to spread that fire. So thought about it substantially. So I don't know, you can probably tell us what did you change, or what was the
what was that
bulb
message
moment at that time, as we go on. But moving on to the bit of live streams, when we came back to the live streams, I think now that was when the pandemic hit, and then we just started seeing, like you said, we started seeing the impact of the online space on how people can engage and connect. So we started doing the live streams. I think now this is where most of you probably have had had F.I.R.E from. That's when we started them, and now during we've had quite a number of episodes. Probably you can tell us which was your most favorite one. Ni gani unakumbuka sana, ama what is it that you learned from one of the from the episodes that we've been doing online? So I think for the live stream, we really got to see that the need is still there. The kind of engagement, the kind of questions we used to get, and I think even to encourage, the entire session was, people suggesting what we actually need to tackle. And I think we were able to tackle a number of issues when it comes to investment, things like due diligence, things like real estate as an investment, and all that. And I think it gave us a way forward on, how do people actually want to solve this fire, and but they still need for a transformation in how we package the fire, and I think that is what guided us to this F.I.R.E Council. So before Sam takes us through, I can see Evans has already commented. He said men and money. That was the episode he liked.
That's the episode that gave him, I think, a change. And I think
what about you? What was
myself?
your favorite one?
I think my comments might be a bit biased. Sikuna zile nilifanya. But I think Men and Money was a time-changing session that we had. I really appreciated. There's a session on due diligence that Emily did. It was very, you're looking at it from a very non-objective point. I think we did F.I.R.E in the diaspora. That was one of the greatest, I think, things we actually did. And we were able to interact with people in the diaspora to just see how is it there? How is it achieving F.I.R.E through, in a different country? In a different country, and actually, how do you even perceive F.I.R.E when you're not in your homeland?
True.
But and you?
For me, I think just like Evans, Men and Money has been quite a very touching episode. I remember,
what did you learn?
Tukiwa huko nyuma, you see when you're running the live stream, kuna behind the scenes. So that's where I was back then, and it was quite intense. Even after the live stream ended, we had quite a intense long chat after that with Mcharo and with the people we were with there, and after that as well, I've been watching it quite a number of times. I think also, was it this week? I just found myself going to watch it because always yearning for something to learn, and when you rewatch, you always get something that you never got at the first point. But I think if you haven't watched it, bado tu ziko online. You can go and watch them. I can see people telling us what episode they enjoyed the most before we move on. But I think Kevin, you can read what Kevin is saying as well.
Kevin is saying, do not save, invest instead. This was the first topic I watched, and it has stuck with me.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and I'm glad. I hope you're living the word. I think the application bit becomes very difficult, even when you're thinking of, financial independence.
True.
Yes. Only the men are talking. Women, where are we?
Where are they?
Let us know what was your, you know, I think we ever did a fire on women.
They were actually two.
We've actually done
They
a
were
fire
actually
on
two.
women. And
Manze?
and we said the way women are, you know, highly likely to invest faster because, you know, just how we are women in nature, you know. You plan for the future.
And they invest early
compared to men.
Yeah.
So we'd like to hear your comments. Let us know what was your, you know, most, you know, exciting or rather impactful fire session we ever did. I can see there's a lady called Margaret. She's saying, hello, I'm here for the first time. Thank you so much, Margaret. I hope you'll be able to learn something from what we share. And of course, you can find all our videos and all the fire sessions we've ever done on all our social media handles.
Yes.
And the live videos are on YouTube at savo.ke. Yes.
Yeah. And even on the videos that you were doing, I can see Evans here talking about how that is where the message. He watched plenty of the videos online from the TSAVO YouTube page. And one thing I remember, invest in yourself, read books. I think that is one of the biggest lessons I've also learned from Charo himself. Yes. And then there's one of the episodes he says that reading is a shortcut to life.
Yes.
Yeah, and also now investing in yourself. Most of the time you'd find now us young people, hatuna pesa, hatuna 1 million ya kununua hata nyumba za TSAVO. As much as we've brought it very affordable, it does take some time to accumulate such amount of money as well. So you usually wonder, where do I put my money? But I think, just as Evans has said, the first place you should put your money is in yourself. Invest in yourself. There's an episode Charo was talking about, I think it was Still Men and Money, and he said, if you're earning, say, 30 or 40K a month, 5K, chukua, enda ununue vitabu. Go and buy books and read those books and invest in yourself. Because you see, the knowledge is what will help you when that money comes. I think there are some of the lessons that are standing out from whatever we've been doing and we've done as well. So I think. And
I think the beauty of and this drives us to why we started the FIRE Council. The beauty of the council is it's guided by tools, and tools are not ideas. You know, I think no. Tools are actually factual. You know, experiences, things that people have taken time to write, experiences that people have had on the journey towards financial independence. And I think the FIRE Council will just enable each one of us to develop their reading side of who they are. You know, I mean, like if you're planning to be able to control everything within your financial boundaries, then it means you need to have a proper understanding of finance. And the only way to get a proper understanding of finance is through reading. So I believe this council will just give us an opportunity to share what we even read, the tools we use to make our judgment on financial independence, and guide us forward. You know, And I think, as Sam has said, start somewhere. Start the discipline of reading. Start the discipline of saving. Start with yourself. But start.
That's the point.
That's the point.
I think just to try and also sum it up, and I can see kuna mtu ameingia Facebook watching from Pango. That is Mose. Karibu sana. From the history yenye tumeingia, I think you can also put the photos so that they can see as I brushed through the whole history and now coming to what we are thinking of it being for us to be able to achieve bigger impact with this message. So we started just like an idea. We didn't know how to push it out there. The thing called Martha had mentioned that one of Charles' friends gave him the idea of teaching, and Charo was a lecturer. He taught. So we started the workshops at the office. So kwa ofisi tu kama hapa, we used to invite the close friends, people we know, and also some of the investors that we had at that point, and people who were thinking of investing, they came, and then from there the demand grew. So a lot of people wanted to join it, and like Martha was mentioning, it was quite far, not convenient for most people. We moved it to town, and then we started doing workshops in town, in hotels. People would come and still with the thirst and the yearning to make it bigger, the impact bigger. We started doing the videos, the videos online that Evans is talking about here, and from the videos, I think if people like Evans have been impacted and you're still here, I think that's that's something that is really standing out. And also now from the videos, last year tukaanza live streams tena. Just now after seeing how the online space is a really good place to connect with people. So kina Mcharo did the episode, Emily and also Mcharo himself, and clearly kuna some favorite episodes watu wakaguswa including ourselves, and then just trying so now that was after Nia, just trying to rethink and morph it into something bigger and better. That is why we are here, and that is why we want to make it a council and make it a community that it is not just for us, but it is for you as well. And then you get the most value out of this, and we can accelerate your journey to financial independence. So I think you've had the name council, and just to try and explain what council really is, I can read for you. Probably you've seen this as from our posters online. Let me just try and find it real quick. But we have councils within our company as well. And from the definition itself, council is a group that meets to participate in dialogue and debate guided by a purpose. So purpose, underline hapo hivyo. With respect, members debate in search of understanding, not from the egoistic need to win a point. With the aim in search of understanding. So we debate with respect, with the aim of understanding, not from the egoistic need to win a point. And now another thing as well in councils is consensus decisions are avoided, as clearly they are often at odds with intelligent decisions. So that is the definition of a council. But to bring it even closer home. I think you might have seen one of our photos of the meetings that we usually have here. That is quite an old photo in case ulize masks ziko wapi. And we usually have councils, and there are quite a number of ziko mingi. I think every individual belongs to quite a number of councils. You can probably talk about some of the councils that we have here, what they do.
As you've heard, the definition of council is people coming together to debate and agree, not out of as in
not for consensus.
Not for consensus. No. For the greater good of the purpose. So these people have common knowledge. They have a common goal. They have a common purpose that guides them. And so within TSAVO, for example, we have the main council. The main council, which we call traction. Then we have so traction talks of it organizes the purpose of the company. So for example, for TSAVO, we exist to enable our investors achieve financial independence. So everything we do in that council is to enable investors achieve financial independence. However, within traction, then within the people in traction, we have divided them into sub councils that carry the main council, quote unquote. So we have thematic councils. So the thematic councils touch on the different points that affect this purpose, this great purpose. So we have experience as a thematic council. We call it TSAVORITE experience. So TSAVORITE experience is experience here. And we talk about TSAVORITE. A TSAVORITE is us, the internal TSAVORITEs, the investors we have as TSAVORITEs, the residents we have as TSAVORITEs. Anyone who is on this journey towards financial independence is a TSAVORITE. And so TSAVORITE experience sorts the experience of the TSAVORITE. And I think within the journey towards financial independence, there are so many challenges, there are so many sacrifices, and without a good experience, you might actually give up. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. So you need to be happy while at it, and that's
both within here and with you on your
external,
end.
And so that's the role of the TSAVORITE experience. Then we have TSAVO 2.0. 2.0 council this bazoo here, and I think just looking at when you're thinking of FIRE, you have targeted a few years ahead. If you're looking at your financial independence number, for you to achieve, say for example, your financial independence number is to have 1 million on a monthly basis as your passive income. For you to be able to get there, you need a bit more time. However, with a bit more time, then it needs a bit more data. It needs a bit more strategy. It needs, so that vision. Is what 2.0, vision. It just guides how will you achieve that financial independence number in the next 15 years. So we need data, we need vision, we need strategy, and that's what 2.0 does. looking across time, I think. Yeah. And then we have sentinels.
Yes.
So sentinels are the quiet ones. Hannah, I am sorry, I know you're watching. So sentinels look at processes. I think when you're in this journey, you really need to understand what value am I getting against what value am I giving?
Yes.
What product am I getting? What is the process behind
creation
this?
of that product?
Yes, yes. And I think sentinels deal with Kwagemba. So the processes
yes.
the processes that happen, you know, in all this, there has to be a way things are done, you know, something that you can account to, you know, an accountability process. Yes. And then what have I missed out?
Which is the other one? Clock
builders.
Clock builders near waze, the men in Savo, and I think the work is clock building, not time telling. Yeah.
Yes.
I think with the councils and the books we read, that is where we got that, and then I think clock builders, they're the ones who ensure that yes, you also look into the future, but in a way that will enable us to be strong then. Yeah.
Yes,
so
yes.
they came up with the leadership pipeline, so to ensure that we ourselves are learning about leadership and we are leading leaders and not just leading people who are doing the work for us. Yeah. So is there another one?
I think we've not forgotten any.
Okay.
And that's the value we are trying to bring to the council here. In those different aspects, we've been able to achieve a great purpose, which is financial independence. And so even with this FIRE Council, I think we'll be able to define what direction are we taking? What does this council do? What is the definition of this council? How does it help you to accelerate your journey towards financial independence, or even start, or even change your mindset from a consumerism mindset to an investment mindset? Yeah.
Yeah, true. And just on the council bit, naona hapa mumenyamaza. You're going to a very engaging session, so please talk to us. And I think if you've understood about council, or if you haven't, if you want us to expound more on what it is and how we use it and how we do it, you can also ask. Yeah. So as we move on to this next session, because council ni watu wanakaa chini, debate and dialogue. Yeah.
Yes,
so that is what we want to do in the next bit of it. But just before that, I think we've explained the whole history, of where FIRE started up to this very moment here in this live stream.
Yes.
And just with the aim of trying to get a bigger impact onto the Kenyans out there. Quite a few of you have heard about it, but we do want now to still expand the circle of influence that we have. And one of the key things while thinking about how to do that, I think we just came back home at the office, how we do things and how we impact people and how we are able to come up with better decisions, both for ourselves individually and for the company as a whole. Because ndio SAVO ifike hapa, I think ni councils zimetufikisha hapa. So we saw that starting at the council level was the best place to start at, and bring this council to you as well. Wacha tusikwe selfish, and then now let's start debating and dialoguing with you, but now with purposes, with the purpose and the goal of this debate. So, and I think with two key things that stand out. The first being, we'd like you to help us spread the FIRE message out there. The fact that unaona kina Mcharo ametoka, kuna watu wengine wamekaa kwa hizi viti sasa. We are the network is growing, and from some of you who've ever been in our workshops.
Starting with the workshops.
Starting with the workshops. Uliweza ku spread a little message, but now, of course, with now these live streams and this engagement, we want to be able to equip you with the relevant knowledge, or in short, fire you up. Or in short, fire you up with the relevant knowledge for your financial independence journey, so that you can be able to be fired up and now take that out to people out there. So the first thing is fire people out there by firing you up. So we need to find mechanisms that will enable you accelerate your journey to financial independence. So those are the two key things I think this council ought to be about. This FIRE Council, and I don't know, probably, what do you guys think about those key things? Do you think, because that is a purpose we as a council can be guided by? I was telling you, itakuwa engaging, so I think now we need
This
to
is the
start
time.
talking.
Yes,
We
yes,
need to
yes,
start talking, and we need to come out with some conclusions out of this as well. So two things: spread the FIRE message to the Kenyans out there. Watu wanaangamia na story ya pesa.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite sad to see how people don't have this knowledge, and sisi tuko nayo. What is the good tukijiwekea?
Yeah.
And second, find mechanisms that will enable you guys now, even us individually, accelerate our journey to financial independence.
Yes.
That means better money habits,
Yes.
saving habits. What else?
Even encouragement to be disciplined towards your financial independence.
True.
And defining what that financial independence number is.
Okay. Evans here is saying, Jodongo, the Council of Elders, a place of immense wisdom. How can I be sure that my voice can be actually heard in the council? So clearly you are already talking. So I think we need now to discuss and debate and dialogue what is the best way that you can be heard,
yes.
And also think about which channel is the best way. Do we open a WhatsApp group? Do we open a Facebook group? Do we just keep it here, hapa kwa live? We can find mechanisms of where now we can teleconference, where we can invite you, and through a link, and then we can talk live, just as other people are watching us, or probably there are very many ways, I don't know, but it's now for the council to decide. It's for the council to decide, but as well, those two things that I had mentioned, what do you think, Evans?
Is it a worth purpose?
Is it something worth doing? Is us, first of all, finding mechanisms for ourselves to enable us accelerate our journey to financial independence through the community? Because one thing that is very certain is when like-minded people come together, great things do happen. So this is what you're trying to do here. This is just the start, and I believe with great vision we can go quite far. So is that something worth doing? Is us coming together, like-minded people, be it this channel, maybe we can open a WhatsApp group, channel. Whatever it is. So bring in your
ideas,
thoughts.
Your thoughts,
Is this
what is the most effective way to carry this out?
True.
I think for us is to communicate what we desire most about the council. And that, as Sam has said, is to accelerate your journey towards financial independence and creating a movement out of FIRE, enabling others, enabling other Kenyans to actually get this message of FIRE. But I think it would be wise for us to hear out. How do you want us to carry this
Thomas
out?
here is saying his suggestion is a platform where a person can get immediate feedback.
Okay.
Suggestions of the platform, is it WhatsApp? Shida tu ni group za WhatsApp saa zingine zikinyamaza sana, but we don't want to roll that out, that this is the debate starting now. Let's start off the debate. What do you guys think?
And say, for example, because I'm just trying to think, we are trying to bring in people who are like-minded. So even you, as you're coming into this FIRE Council, if you're watching us from anywhere, I believe you understand our thought process when we're talking about financial independence, meaning we have, the same thought process. We are aligned. So far we are aligned. So how do you think you'd bring people to this FIRE Council? Say, for example, if you're suggesting a platform, would you be able to refer people to that platform, and would it operate best for them? Yes.
So I think we can see you guys saying if that purpose we mentioned, we haven't clearly defined it, but I think we can define it together. First, accelerating our own journey by having like-minded people together, and then creating mechanisms that will be able to take us there. And then now, once we are getting fired up ourselves, we can now start pushing the FIRE message out there by inviting more people to come and learn and get their journeys accelerated as well. And just a structure of how this thing works, and from what we've read and the knowledge we have, there's a book we read that is Good to Great, and it shows about how companies can move from good to great, and they have 3 levels of it. And all of them is in discipline. It's not any discipline. So you start with discipline people. First, have the right people on the bus.
Yes.
Yeah. Then disciplined thoughts.
Yes.
Disciplined thoughts being now this,
Yes.
that our thought is we want to accelerate our journey to financial independence.
Yes.
Is that something that we can be aligned to, all of us? And then now the last bit is disciplined actions. Now taking actions in our individual lives, yeah,
and actually living the fire.
And actually living the fire. Yeah, and also now bringing people onto this space. Yeah,
yes,
are there people talking?
Yes, I can see Timmy. He's saying thanks for moving the time to the afternoon. I'd be missing out and watching in the night. Thank you so much, Timmy. I don't know how much you know listened to us.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about the FIRE Council. I think this is quite new from what we've been doing before. But thank you so much for following us. I hope this has been impactful to you.
Yeah.
So we are trying to, maybe just to explain what we're doing. We're trying to start the FIRE Council with you, with the tribe out there, people who are looking to you know, accelerate their financial independence journey. And the question we're asking is, one, for the two purposes that we're giving, to enable you accelerate your financial independence journey, and number two, to impact the world with this financial independence message. Is it worth, you know,
is it something worth doing?
Is it something worth doing? Is it the purpose that you'd want to carry along? Or a responsibility that you want to uphold?
True.
So maybe, Timmy, thank you that you've been watching. I would maybe even like to know, is it something you'd want to carry on with?
And also just to bring in more, we've mentioned it's a place to dialogue and debate. Thomas had mentioned that a place where someone can get immediate feedback. So we can probably think about the disciplined actions that you're going to be doing. What do you guys suggest? What platforms do we use? Do we go to WhatsApp? Do we go to Facebook? Or what other platforms do you know of that we can get immediate feedback from each other, and debate immediately and have sessions, and also how frequent and what the time. But we can start with the platform, but I think one of the things that might remain constant is this live stream as well, where we come together and we can have this one-on-one. And I think one of the things we can add on, a suggestion from my end as well, would be probably we can do something where we have a teleconferencing thing, like a Zoom call sort of, where now we can converse live, and have one person come and talk to us about something, and then we can debate now and dialogue within the whole council.
I think there's Timmy, he's saying definitely I'll be watching. How do we make the council a safe space?
What do you guys think?
Yes. I think
probably you can ask Evan. So Menyamaza, how do you make the council a safe space?
Yes. And I think I would agree. I mean, if for you to be able to share your financial journey, not independence, where you are with money, it's tough. It's tough. It's a personal decision. It's like me influencing you to get the vaccine. It's a very personal decision. And so I would understand if someone wants a safe space, because this is, you become vulnerable to the council. You're coming to a place where people will question your own financial decisions. The hard-earned money is being questioned in the council. So yes, I think we would want to hear suggestions. I can see Isaac saying we can be meeting online on Fridays, same time, all of us to share this on our social media networks until it goes viral.
Awesome. That's a good suggestion. That's a good suggestion. These are some things. Please help me with the pen as well.
So we'll be able to write down each, everyone's suggestion.
And
I can see Ivan saying making council a safe space. Yes, making council a safe space.
I think even if our own folks was as yetu, ulikuwa unajua how much they were earning. Some of us probably don't. Some of us still don't know. And then wewe ukuja hapa mbele ya umati mzima council uanze kusema. But I think we'll need to find a way to make it a safe space where mtu anaweza kuja seme this is how much I am earning, I'm in debt this much, tafadhali nisaidieni kutoka.
And I think as a form of an encouragement, there's one of the FIRE workshops. You remember we were talking about the history of FIRE, the FIRE Council, and we used to do workshops. So when we moved the workshop from the office to town, there is one of the workshops that was very moving. Like that day we had settled on talking about, where does our money go? And the number of Kenyans who were in debt, just in the rat race of I take, I put back, I take, I put back, was huge. But I think as the discussion went by and as people started contributing and as people started seeing solutions, because it means one person is courageous enough to actually stand and say, manze mi niko na kifao. Bele nyuma, that's it.
Yeah.
Kama ingekuwa hii breakfast, I wouldn't have eaten today, you know. And the moment someone says that and they can see the council giving them a solution, you know, a quick solution that would actually sort them out, even in the lifetime, I think it encourages us. So one of the things that can make this place a safe space is engagement.
True.
Because the only way you can know where my line beats is when you engage with me, you know. You'd be able to know, this is, hapa bado kuna ugumu kidogo. Yeah. I think the more we increase in familiarity, and familiarity does not mean one-on-one. No, it means shared goals, shared knowledge, and mutual respect. The moment we have advanced in those three, then it means even when we think of relationships, we are thinking of high performance relationships because we have a mutual goal. We know this is what we want to achieve. We have the shared knowledge, meaning every one of us is in a different level towards their journey towards financial independence. So there are some who are on a faster level, there are some who have just begun, there are some who are recovering from debt. So people are in different, so we have the knowledge of what financial independence calls for, meaning it starts, it's a journey that begins. And then when we have mutual respect, then it means everything is done from a point of respect. See, as in, umenikosea, it is you this time.
And I think that's where the safe space comes in from, There's, I think, from what Martha had talked about, the thematic councils that we have, we learn a lot, and just what she had mentioned about is what we implement as well, and I think we can be able to bring that here. But just going on to what people are talking about, I think Wakesho is mentioned in Telegram as a platform. Please keep bringing on the suggestion. I think if we can't come out of with the solution from here, next week bado tupatane hapa same time venye tu Isaac amesema, and then kila mtu share, go viral. And I think probably one of the things we can do for this team or this very fast members, we can make this the elite,
group
of the FIRE Council. I think what we can do is we can probably create a group, a Facebook group, real quick, and share the link to join on the comments section, and then now whoever is watching right now can get there, and then probably we can take this discussion forward at that place as well. But Isaac had mentioned equate to live stream same time, and then kila mtu invite out. I don't know, is there anybody else?
So we have Isaac has also added, we make FIRE a virus that infects everyone. That's very true. Thank you so much, Isaac. I can see Evans. I'd suggest physical council meeting with food. But this probably after Corona. For now, online is the best option. That's very true. I think we'd really love to take it back to the physical meetings, and I think when someone can be able to see a face, it becomes very homely and relatable. But for now, we'll be able to just be as safe as possible, I think, and use what we have. And of course, we don't want to lose anyone who cannot be there physically. I think online really attracts everyone who can't be physically present, but would really want to get the message
and also
across.
For the physical bit, I think mwanzo hapo kwa chakula umenigusa. Napenda chakula sana. And another thing, probably we can be inviting one of the people to be coming and joining us on the live stream and share the message. And also the teleconference in bit where we can now make this COCC pekee tunaongea, and then we have somebody else, either one of you watching, or we can schedule somebody to tell us their journey, and as we make this a safe space.
Then I can see Hassan Kajogo. He's saying heard of it leo. Okay.
FIRE.
Heard of FIRE leo. Karibu sana. Maybe I can just tell you, FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. And it's financial independence, and I hope you'll be able to, learn from now the existing elite group of the FIRE Council.
I think we can, as we share the link, tutaingia pia to peleke this conversation further. Naona time pia inasonga mbio.
Let me just a few more. Thomas is saying this is a good place to meet, and as Sam stated, an interactive session will actually be a good step towards getting different voices heard. I second Telegram, so he's also for Telegram.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Thomas. I think the main purpose of council, the why behind the council is actually to have a dialogue and engage. So I think it will be more impactful to have more people have an opportunity to talk.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. So I think as we create the group where we can also take this conversation further, because time inakimbia, one of the things that I'd like to mention is just a minute. Where was this? Here. We'd like to have a structure of that council, because you see, a time when we meet, what will we be discussing? Just for an example of what you do we usually have a council every Monday here on in TSAVO, and what usually happens is everybody report their rocks. Tatu kona jina for that. Rocks ni targets. You had a target for the week. Where have you reached? Did you surpass it? What made you surpass it? What was the why behind that? Did you not achieve it? What made you not achieve it, and what are you doing to get yourself there, and also cover the deficit that you have?
And this is for the traction. You remember I said there was the main council, which is traction, and then now the different thematic councils.
So we'd also like to have that for this council. Probably have set goals for each and every one of us, or come talk about what was the biggest challenge for us this week, or what was your biggest achievement, and did you have a target, or did you have a goal, and did you hit it? Did you have a budget, and did you go by it? So talk about, we need to get what we need to be talking about, how we'll be talking about it. That is the structure bit, and also now the frequency and time. And I think because I think this will also gain some traction as we go on. We can have this next week. I don't know what you guys think next week, same day, same time, unless you have another preference. And also, if you'll be watching this later, tafadhali comment tu hapo, utuambie what will be the best time for us to be having this council here, and for us to be engaging and dialoguing in this way. I think by next week we'll be able to have that feature where one of us can see to nominate Mutu. Mina nominate Evans. I don't know. Evans can come tuongee. Tunakuanika sana. Ile teleconferencing. The teleconferencing bit, and also now I think if we agree with Friday, tuinue tu mikono same time, so that we can bring this conversation again, and then we can recap what kidogo tu tulianza, and then now come to decide what the council will be about, or what will we be talking about when we come. Is it our biggest challenge? Will we have numbers, quote unquote, where people say, I aimed to spend this much and spent this much. This was the struggle. Nilipitia tutao sana, nikaona a lot of windows, I couldn't help myself. And then tusaidiane from there, and dialogue and debate. If somebody had the same issue, and if somebody had an achievement, how did they do it? And how did they? So I think we can be able to cover that next week, and also in the group as well for the elite. Sasa nyinyi ni the elite. Nyinyi ndio the founders, FIRE Council founders. I think I don't know if the WhatsApp link has been sent for the group.
Not yet.
We can be sending it. We can be able to. No, for WhatsApp. A WhatsApp group, and then we can send the link, but we can also be creating it as well. So kama tuna agree na Friday, I don't know.
Let us know.
Are people talking on that?
Yes, people are still talking. I can see it. Timmy is saying Telegram is a good platform and limitless. We can do YouTube and back up everything on Telegram. The discussions can also be done on Telegram. And then I can see events Friday, same time, same place.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
Yes, I think
so tupatane Friday hapa.
Yes.
So wacha tu stall kidogo tuweze kutuma hiyo link ya nini?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, so that we can have the elites.
And I think even as much as we are ending the session, if you have any feedback, please share it with us.
Share.
On all our social media handles, or even here within the session, or on the WhatsApp group that we will be forming, so that we know, what direction do you want this council to take, and do you think there's a greater purpose than what we had suggested? What we had suggested was, accelerating your financial independence journey and spreading it, being impactful to the world, and spreading the FIRE message. So
and what do you think about today's session as well?
Yes. Oh yeah, we want to know about that.
True.
I hope we've not left anyone out. I think time is not on our side, but the link will be shared shortly. Just in a few.
I can see on Facebook, Joanne Kanja. She's watching us from Saigon. Okay.
Saigon.
Where is Saigon? Tafadhali tueleze. Kini karibu sana. Welcome to the FIRE Council. Hope you'll be able to join the WhatsApp group. Ukue part of our elite FIRE founders.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
So, Kariuki Mbati on Facebook is saying, can you advise on me being an aspiring developer with a piece of land to develop apartments in Ongata Rongai town?
Ongata Rongai. Kariuki, I would request if you can share your contact. I'd be happy to give you a call. I think that we can hopefully do it on a side note. Yeah. Time is not on our side, but I'll be able to address the issue. I'll
but
also
I believe
share,
we can be able to get an answer out of that.
Yes. I'll be. My number will also be shared there, so you'll be able to contact me, and then we can have a chat.
Yes. So aspiring developer, I think there are lessons you can be able to learn from us.
And I hope you can also join the FIRE Council group. I think it will just be helpful to show you the different approaches people have taken towards financial independence, and even you can get more answers from other people as well.
He has sent his details. Thank you so much. We'll get it. Joanne saying Saigon is in Vietnam. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. You're looking at so Saigon is the capital of Vietnam.
Wow.
Fire to the world.
Yes, fire to the world.
Fire to the world.
Thank you so much, Joanne.
Yeah.
I hope you're courageous enough to spread this message to Vietnam.
To Vietnam as well.
Yes.
I think we've been able to send the link hapo hivyo. Let me share it myself as well. So Evans, tunakuona hapo Friday same time.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I believe you'll be able to click on the link and also get to join the group. If you won't be able to see it there, we'll put it in the description as well. When the live stream ikisha too, we'll be able to put it in the description ndo uweze kuiona. So, and then now we can join the group. But I think without further ado, thank you so much. It's been quite a very interesting past session.
Yes.
And the FIRE founders, Kina Evans, we've seen Thomas, we've seen who else? Timmy?
We've seen Timmy, we've seen
there's Joanne from Vietnam. Karibu sana wa kesho.
Viola, you can see Gisho, Liz, I can see so I can see Hannah, Isaac. Thank you so much for everyone who's been able to tune in. I hope you found it impactful. And I think today the time was a bit short. We did it from 1 to 2.
You can also tell us how often how long we should be doing it. Yes.
But for now, I think thank you so much. I can see before I close, I can see Liz saying consider weekends, afternoons due to competing time interests. Thank you so much, Liz. We'll be able to, just plan and see what's the most effective, timeline for this session.
Noting that down.
Thank you so much. We've also shared the link to the WhatsApp group. Please, if you're comfortable, feel free to join us. I think it will just, be a starter for this platform.
Yes.
And I think we'll be able to just consider all the suggestions that you've given us, Telegram, WhatsApp. I think still maintaining the live session as well, and we'll be able to come up with something that will be more convenient to everyone.
And I think as we can meet same time next week to decide if we'll move it. I think next week invite people. Tafadhali, nyinyi founders, don't msikose kuleta watu next week. Please come with somebody. Let's make this more engaging. Let's next week ikifika we'll decide on the structure, what will we be discussing, and also the timing, from all this and the platform as well, and all the suggestions that we have. So Wakesho, great job guys. See you next week.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your afternoon. Please stay safe. Wear mask tafadhali. But thank you so much. Let's spread this wonderful message of fire. But all in all, let's leave the fire. I think being on financial independence is worth doing. It's a journey worth taking. Yes. So till next time, have a good day.
Bye.